This is Michi Hoyer, this is ACR Zakspeed, and first of all, I'm very sorry for this delay. I got stuck in a traffic jam, literally at the worst point ever. Just, crossing the exit of the motorway, being stationary then for a good half an hour, 45 minutes. Totally throwing up my schedule, but anyway, that's how life is sometimes. I would like you guys to welcome to a very special show, I have to say. It's something I've never done before. I'm gonna ditch in the waters, have a test, have a look, whether that suits you, whether it suits me, whether this is something to do more often in the future, in event. I'm gonna do my first unboxing, and it's live, I was thinking about that all the time. Like, do you do it live, do you do it recorded and then edit it? But I was like, no, just simply go live, simply look how it goes, and maybe have a decision done for the future. So here it is, the box. We're looking to unbox something that's called computer gaming peripherals. That's on a dispatch note. So most of you guys probably have a know what it is, and yeah, we simply have a look. So I'm just going to adjust the camera a bit for that, just a bit more. There you go, should be suitable right now. Welcome to the show, Michael Clark and community. I'm sorry for you, James, that you have to leave, that you're sitting in class and therefore not really able to watch what's going on here. So for those of you, I've told you that all the support you're going to plow into the show is going to be somewhat being plowed back to you. Showing a bit of my private life, showing a little bit of my private activity, and obviously showing where I spend some of the money. So what I took out first were those little, well, I want to call them feet. So yeah, just randomly showing them to you. You really see that this guy is working on his own, working in some kind of garage and doing a hand job here. But nevertheless, the package itself is secured very good. So, as I said, most of you guys probably already know what was in the box. But for those who do not know, this is a button box from Sim Racing Hardware. A real masterpiece design on like what it looked on the pictures. So here it is. That carbon copy surface really looks good to me, and I'm gonna put it that way so the camera is capturing it any better. I already have like an additional place for that, or additional function, so rather than just saying the name, I could stick my strategy on it. I have rotary switches here, which are, well, you can't turn them by accident, that's for sure. We have 5 toggle switches, those are great. A rotary knob for brake balance, and you also cannot turn this by accident as well, just from the first look at it. And an additional set of buttons here in the middle. So that is great, that looks good. On the side you can see the holes or the stands on it, and I made myself some what I should say, some ideas of how to fix it to the desk, and I probably need to see. Yep, they are here, shipped from China. What I'm planning to do is, and that's just how I made up my mind. Those I need to have to look the name up of these. Hold on a second. As I said, it's all live. I have no notes. That would be like one of the notes I would have done in the 15 minutes I would have had to prepare the show. See, I think that is some kind of device called Vice in English. So, you know, gonna open this one, and I thought like putting the feeds on the desk then. So when I take out one of those, you know, they have quite some good area right here. So I was thinking like, and therefore the camera probably needs to be a little bit more up. They're gonna be put to the desk like this. I was thinking to need to open it even more. There you go. Like attach it like this. It's not gonna be the perfect way, definitely not. But I believe that could be something that would work. So yeah, that is how I'm going to do it. What else can I say about this button box? The way it is not like the final way. You can have further gadgets on it. They can be put aside here as well, together with the fixing. It's very interesting that all those names are on it here, but to be fair, I will definitely get some kind of strips and like rename them, like saying ignition, starter. This is probably going to be engine mode or something for the FSR car. And we have headlights, wipers, stuff like that, you know. So we're gonna have a lot of fun indeed. So here's the cable that needs to be put in. And I think I can see a downside already because my machinery is standing quite a bit on the button, on the floor. And I'm very sorry, you know, usually I plan to do like a full cabling, full all that stuff, and see how it works. So the cable has a length of an approximately 180. That is, as you can see, I'm like putting it apart with my hands, and my hands should be like 1 meter and 80 centimeters in length. So I definitely need some of those USB extensions. It's good to have them here all the time. You never know when you're gonna need one of those. And apparently it looks like I need them. So what I'm going to do is put this button box on my rig, do the first testings. I'm not very sure whether I will do a full review of that, or whether I will just like use them and give some feedback on them while driving. Probably a review at some point would not be a bad idea. But for now, I need to quickly get it working, quickly configure it the way it needs to be figured. Yeah, Robin, you're absolutely right. Time for some dynamic brake bias on the Formula Sim racing car, something that the rotary knob of this G29 I have is not really liking. And I will have less issues changing engine mixtures during a race because I can quickly, you know, spin the knobs. That is going to be very interesting. And apart from that, well, I love buttons. I love additional functionalities on the Sims and stuff. So yeah, that is what it's going to be. And yeah, that is obviously some of the support spend. So some of the support Michael is blowing in, some of the support others are blowing in, the Patreon guys. They all have massive revenue for me. And they have, well, they are the reason to enable me to get better equipment. So that I will get some microphone, some better one later this year. And there will be additional features to my rig. At some point I go on a build or buy an alloy rig. I'm not sure on that yet. Maybe Sean can help me with that a bit. So I'm going to test this thing, and probably for the very last time, it's a very high quality box just from taking it in the hand. It's super light. It's handcrafted definitely, but it feels like a solid piece of work. And you know, there's nothing on it that makes it look cheap or makes me feel like it is a cheap device. Every little button is working perfectly. There is a lot of resistance on each knob. You can hear them. Maybe a bit, yeah. So that is when you turn the rotaries, and you definitely cannot push them by accident. That was something I was really looking for. So that is great stuff. Thank you simracinghardware.com for this button box. I'm gonna put the link of this device into the description later, and then I'm gonna start assembling it, gonna start using it, gonna start configuring it, and then you very soon will see a button box hanging right here. Happily you won't see what kind of button is mapped which way, but as I'm thinking of different camera angles still all the time, you never know what's going to happen. So thank you for being here, and once again I'm so sorry for all this delay, and sorry for whatever it took away in time in terms of the preparation. Yes, Michael Clark, I'm going to testing it out on the rFactor 2 presumably for the very first time, so starting to do it right away. As I can see a little crack or manufacturing issue here, but once again, this by the way, this guy making and building those button boxes is incredibly busy at the minute. Like, I did the purchase and was immediately noted that like there's a big number of orders right at the minute, and it takes him like 3 or 4 weeks to get these things built and sent over. Hey Lucian, thank you for joining. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a test. I'm gonna give this my honest answer in the future as well, whenever you guys ask about something, or whenever there's maybe there's going to be a little review on it. But let's see. So that's it for now, guys. Very short version, very short special show. Sorry for the absence for the past couple of days again. Had a special job on the weekend. Still got stuff going on in my house, and now with Formula Sim Racing preparation, that needs to be done. Not turned a single lap yet. And the race is the upcoming Sunday, so I'm miles behind. I'm so behind. So yeah, I feel like being stuck in a traffic jam in life as well at the minute. Mr. Mercury, were I satisfied with a 5th place in Paul Ricard on Formula Sim Racing? Considering the fact that I never drove this track before, I had to learn it. I literally had no pace till race day, really. Even on qualifying simulations, I've never done a 25.5. I'm currently working on editing that lap for you guys. Considering all that and being part of like the top 5, they were fighting close each other in that race. I consider myself being okay with the result. I mean, you cannot be happy when not winning, but considering all circumstances, I'm pretty much alright with a 5th place. Dragon model, the rotary on a G29 is a bit loose, I want to say. So whenever you turn it around, it could happen that it like turns not at all on the game, or is not detected at all, and then the next time when you just turn it an inch, there's like no real resistance of positioning, you know. I mean, if I go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, sometimes when you switch the rotary on the G29 like this, it is like you turned it like that. And sometimes you want to turn it like this, and it's turned like that. So not turn at all. And And when it comes down to brake bias, or when it comes down to engine modes, whatever you want to set, this rotary button is simply inaccurate as fuck. Sorry for the language. So that is why I was in need of a proper button box and a proper rotary switch. About ACR Michael Clark, everything is nice, really. A few things in the background are moving along. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be at the Nürburgring, because there is the race room racing experience on-site event. Prior and parallel to the 24 hours of Nordschleife in real life, so like 350,000 people are going to be at the Nürburgring, and I'm going to be with them. Having myself a little bit exposure together with ACR, having a meet up with Zakspeed there at the track, so that is something I'm looking for. Thank you, Pujo. Thank you for joining, and thank you on the congrats for the button box. Oh, hey Mickey, thank you for being here, and also thank you for joining on the Patreon program. You guys are giving so much exposure and so much support, that's great. So, I'm gonna think that's it for now. You heard the French word, did you? I'm not sure whether I'm able to speak French, really. Thank you, Dragon Model. Yeah, what you just said about this button box looking pretty and looking a bit high quality, I can tell you that it is, because this button box is like, I think I spend around €300 on it. So usually I'm a cheap guy. I'm like taking care of what to get and what not to get. But when it comes down to sim racing or to electric devices, I'd like to pay a good €100 more in order to get perfect quality. I mean, looking at the G25 I had, that thing was in service for 7 years. So I hope this box and the gadgets and the devices are gonna probably get for it afterwards still are gonna hang out for a lot more. So we have to see. Other than that, thank you so much for joining. Once again, sorry for the inconvenience for being late. Please, if you watch that video right now or video on demand, give me some feedback on it. It's my first unboxing. Was a good experience for me. Want to see how to do it more often in the future. Maybe yes, maybe no. Not sure. Yeah, the F word. Yeah, that is a French word. Yeah, I agree with that. Thank you, Michael, for clarification there. So yeah, feel free to leave feedback, whatever it is, good or bad. You know, any feedback is valuable. And yeah, then I hope I can do such stuff more often, maybe a little bit more structured, because not being late and stuff. So that's about it for now. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Stay tuned to this channel. If you like what you see here, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Check out the links on the description. I will put up the links right immediately after the show is done. In terms of future plans on the show, I'm not really aware of what is going to happen the next few days. As I said, I'm so far behind with Formula Sim Racing preparations, so I have to like catch up on a full week within the next 4 days. So yeah, there's definitely some racing coming soon. We have a holiday tomorrow, so I hope I can play a lot of catch up right there to be able to show you some racing, whether this is qualifying for the Nordschleife event or whether this is standard iRacing, casual race, whatever it's going to be. Hope I see you guys here. Other than that, have a nice evening all together, and see you